to my kitchen. I thought I would take a few moments this Monday and just kind of show you a little bit of how to follow the good, better, best principle when it comes to dairy. Dairy is kind of one of those things that people love so much but find it really hard to give up. So before I hit on some good, better, best items here, I first want to clarify a few things. The best way to live, if you can, is to be completely dairy-free, and this is for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is that it actually can be a big cause of a food intolerance issue. So different symptoms might be digestive discomfort or digestive issues, might also be excessive mucus buildup, and so that might cause things like sinus issues, and other things having to do with head colds. If you get a lot of head colds, that might be something you might want to consider eliminating from your diet. Another thing to think about as well, if you are on a track that you are trying to aggressively shed some weight, shed some body fat, then it would be best for you to eliminate dairy as well as grains, but that's for a later blog post. It's going to be really good for you to eliminate dairy right now for you until you get to the place that you want to be at, and then you can follow the good, better, best kind of principle as you are then moving into how you want to live on a daily basis. So in our household, we do enjoy having dairy. Surprise, surprise for some of you that know us. But I wanted to kind of give you a tour on what we think is important when it comes to dairy. So everyone's favorite, most of us really love cheese. So I have a plate of cheese here. And I have a few different kinds. This cheese right here I got from Fruitful Yield. And you kind of have to look at the labels. So here you see made from raw milk. Okay, so we need to make sure that we're looking for that. But you can see it says cheddar, but notice it's not yellow because it's not dyed. So it's just a regular block. It's white, but it's a mild cheddar. They also have pepper jack, they have a sharp cheddar, and different things like that. So moving on, we have here, this is a raw milk Gouda. Most of you know it as Gouda, but you can see here it just looks like a nice specialty cheese. I got this at Mariano's actually, and it's delicious. Now if you are noticing by the price, it is a little bit more expensive, so we treat this again as a condiment, so more for just a little flavoring when we have some. You can see we don't have a whole lot at a time. The wedge just went out a little bit further. We just take a little piece or two more for the flavor of it. And this one right over here is a Parmesan. So you can see this here. And this label is very hard to see. You have to really look into the ingredients. So down here at the bottom it says raw there. So you really have to kind of know what you are looking for as far as that. But we'll just shred a little bit of this and put it on our salads or put it as a flavoring with some quinoa, but very minimal. Again, we treat this as a condiment, just something. If you think about how much mustard you would put on a plate or how much salt that you would put on your plate, something like that. That's the way we treat this. So a lot of people ask me about yogurt, and there are some dairy-free alternatives, but unfortunately a lot of those have a lot of additives that I'm not a huge fan of. So I just recently came across this at Mariano's as well, and this is a grass-fed yogurt. It's the first time I've ever seen that. So unless you're getting your yogurt directly from a farm where you can trust the integrity and the quality, which I have seen that, this is a pretty good alternative. And you can see the ingredient listings here. If you go through and you read all of this, it's all very legit stuff. It's nothing shady, no chemicals or anything like that. So that's a pretty good alternative for a yogurt. Again, good, better, best. This is going to be on that good quality there. It is, I believe, still pasteurized, so that's why it's not a little higher on that scale. Now, milk in general, not necessarily you want to do unless you're going to be able to find a way to get unpasteurized, also known as raw milk. So what we drink here in our house is almond milk. And we always get the Silk brand. It does not have carrageenan, which can act like gluten in the body. For people who might have gluten intolerances, it may be harmful. So we always get the Silk brand for the almond milk. And this is light, so something I did do is I checked the ingredient listing, made sure that the ingredient listings did not include any kind of fake sugar. It is regular sugar, they just put less of it. And it tastes just fine. So that's kind of my rundown on good, better, best. And thank you so much for spending a few minutes to walk with me through my kitchen and see how to incorporate dairy and dairy alternatives into your daily life. Please feel free to leave some comments below, and I hope to hear from you, and I'll see you next week.